Welcome back to the Campus House Podcast. I have no idea what episode this is. We have missed many, but this is Monday, March 3rd.
I think that's right. I wrote it down a lot of times today, so I hope it's correct.
And I am Chris Rowe, along with
I am Jacob Jackson.
I'm the director at Campus House, and Jake is the jack of all trades at
I'm
Campus
just, I'm,
House.
I just do it. I just get the job done. That's what my job is.
That's right. If it needs to be done, Jake does it.
I am the emotional support animal of this place.
Yes. Where's your? I thought you were in the vest. There's not in the leash. No.
I took the leash off for this video.
Okay. Cool. Well, welcome. If all 13 of you, if we get 13 this week, um, let's just hit the campus house schedule this week hard, and then if anybody wants to listen beyond that for maybe answers to trivia questions for tomorrow night, or reasons they should donate to campus house, or why Jake wears the hat, you never know. You can stay beyond that. Real quick this week, tomorrow at approximately
7:30 on the dot.
7:30.
Class we will actually start at 8:30 because we've never started at 7:30 since I've been here.
Well, the food will start at 7:30. Zach Brantley's small group is bringing probably multiple forms of chili is what they did last time. They're bringing chili and all the fixins. I do know that Jordan's chicken chili got like I think some of you and Jake, I don't want to indict you in this, but there were some people actually licking the pot when it was done.
I was eating my styrofoam bowl afterward.
But we will have chili tomorrow night. So if you wanna make sure and come eat 7:30 tomorrow night, we'll have conversations, worship, probably trivia, and maybe Farkle. Thursday night, game night, hangout night, 6:30, 7:30, whenever people show up. And there is now a closed Bible study on Sunday nights. How long have y'all been doing that? Like 6 weeks now?
Think we're on week 7. We did do a Zoom podcast last week since I was out of town, but we did have a really good turnout last night. We talked a little bit about human emotions, how to feel them, how to process them, how they're okay to have. A lot of
Nice.
Christians nowadays think you can't have emotions. They got to, everybody's like, oh, I've got God. Everything's great. God himself was very sorrowful and troubled at certain points in the Bible. And we just kind of looked over that.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. I mean, y'all should have watched Inside Out afterwards, probably. Um, but that's going on. Multiple opportunities to come hang out, spend time during the week, do your laundry if you want to. If you can stick around long enough, free Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi seems pretty good lately. Chance to watch movies, hang out, maybe even cook some food. Interesting thing that I didn't share with you yet, Jacob. We have a group. Charles Little and his small group want to restock the pantry at Campus House.
I've actually had a lot of requests the last few days for us to get new food in the next couple of weeks. So that's
Sweet.
perfect.
So I'm working with Charles on that. Charles has been a longtime super supporter of Campus House, even though y'all haven't seen him as much since he's had kids. He's younger than me, older than you. That's sufficient, probably, as far as his age. Got a couple of small kids, and once he had the small kids, he was not as able to be around. I figure he will be as they get a little older. But his small group wants to stock the pantry. I'm really excited about that. We may knock on some crossbridge doors as well. Get some new food, have some food over the even the summer, and heading into next fall. Anything else we need to know about Campus House this week? Just the bare bones specifics, Jake. Anything?
Not that I can think of. I'm here tonight. I will not be here for much longer after this podcast is released. Um, I'll be here Tuesday. I will not be here the rest of the week. But if y'all need me, I'll have my number. Or
Where are you going?
I am headed. Well, Wednesday, me and a group are headed to Nakalula for a little adventure slash potential fishing trip. They don't know we're going fishing yet. They just think we're going to Nakalula. And then Thursday night, I'm headed home to see family and everything, and then potentially Friday, driving up to Auburn to go fly fishing with one of my friends down there.
Sweet. Sounds like a good plan. Well, we have the last couple of weeks. What's going on at Campus House? The last couple of weeks, we have had pretty intense discussions over um, loving everyone, loving God, loving others, and loving ourselves, and really standing up um, for that. Not just saying we're going to do it, but actually, what does it mean to do that and do that with a level of passion, dedication, care, tenderness, authenticity. Last week was a really good conversation. The week before was a good conversation, but it was a little intense. Um, so, how is that affecting? Like, what's the general conversation at Campus House in regards to spiritual things in general the last couple of weeks?
I think it's an important topic that we always talk about it. Oh, we gotta love it. We gotta love each other. We're Christians. Let's love other people. And then so often we just completely whiff on it. We completely miss the mark. Oftentimes it's, hey, let's love another group until actually I don't agree with that group's theology, or hey, I don't agree with that denomination, or hey, I don't agree with this. And all sorts of things in this world nowadays are trying to tear away the love. You know, religion, politics, family, friends, all of it just tries to tear apart the love nowadays. And that's just the core group of Jesus. Like that, or the core belief of theology. Any theology without love is just bad theology. Um, and I think it's an important conversation we've had. There's been tricky parts to it. Um,
I think there continue to be. I mean, I think that what we believe and what we live out are there's a pretty major gap between the two. What we believe and what we even feel internally. I mean, I know personally, there's a lot of folks that I'd rather not be kind toward. And it's not because of race, but it usually ends up being because of differing ideas. And Campus House, my desire for Campus House is consistently, and we have been, not just the last 12 years that I've been there, but is that we are a place for anyone, not just everyone, but anyone, especially very specifically, I guess, college students and young adults to come either maintain, restore, tend to, or maybe even gain a level of faith in this God that we say we follow through the kindness and love that we attempt by His power to show. It's not always easy. I mean, I'm not always easy to love. You're pretty easy to love, Jake. I mean,
I try.
yeah, but there's a few people that are challenging. Ivy.
I'm a middle child with an avoidant, people pleasing entire mentality. So yeah, I'm nothing but lovable. So
Ivy is not difficult to love. It was just a joke. I'm seeing if she's watched or listened, and I'm betting she's not made it this far. She hears from us like all the time, so I doubt that.
yeah, we and her were up here yesterday cooking. We had a pretty good little meal together. We were supposed to have other people join us, and they bailed, so it just ended up being me and her. But
Cool. Well, there is still some food up there, and Jake, I hear can cook a few things.
I
So
made some little sloppy tacos yesterday. So
nice, sloppy Joe tacos, man. That's good stuff. Deer meat.
deer meat, got a
Uh,
lot of deer meat up here. If anybody wants some, we have some more coming actually from the deer I killed a few weeks ago. So y'all are more than welcome to it. Or if you need help learning to cook it, I can teach you that too.
I mean, it's pretty much like a low-fat version of beef. I mean, we've eaten a lot of that over my lifetime. So, oh, so Mallory was in the campus house. I heard. Is that true?
He was.
and she ran off. The story I'm going to tell is she ran off because she knew I would try to send you to get her to come tell the joke of the day or of the week. Is that true?
That's not 100% true, but if you want to spin it that way, I'm fine with that.
I mean, I'm fine with spin. So, did she leave you a joke or anything to share, or do you have a
You didn't? I could find one that she sent me at some point this week if I looked hard enough, but
I think you should. I think we need a joke sponsored by Mallory Armstrong.
can you still hear me or have I disappeared?
No, I can still hear you. I can still see you.
There was some fun stuff about a hula hoop last night we had during our small group.
Okay, I'd love to hear.
It's not really a joke. We just tried to hula hoop. None of us are very good at it anymore.
I was never good at it, even when I was skinny.
Mm, I might not have a joke quick enough. I might not be able to find one.
Well, Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Pete jumped out. Who was left?
Who?
Okay, Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Pete jumped out. Who was left?
Repeat?
Yes, so Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Pete jumped out. Who was left?
Repeat.
Okay, Pete and Repeat were in a boat. Pete jumped out. Who was left?
I will leave the Zoom call.
That's the almost the worst one that I have.
I had a good one about optometry yesterday. Actually, it was a pickup line with optometry. Never mind. It
No,
wasn't.
yeah, that doesn't help. We're not. We could have pickup lines from Jake. You know, start. You start that.
I deleted all of my pickup lines. Actually, I had an extensive list that I've accumulated over the last 8 years of my life, but I feel like I finally hit the point where I need. I've hit the age. I don't think pickup lines work anymore. So
Was your daddy a thief, Jake?
because I stole your heart,
Because he must have stolen the stars from the skies and put them in your eyes.
you're gonna make me blush, Christopher.
All right, so that's probably going to be in the trivia tomorrow night. If somebody can tell that joke with even some semblance of response, we'll see.
Is
Uh,
your daddy a baker?
no, he was not. Why?
Because he gave you a good pair of buns.
I never edit these. I may have to edit these now. Oh, let's see. Oh, there was one about number Christian pickup lines, like bad Christian pickup lines, like
Oh, I read the book of Numbers last night and realized I
I
didn't
didn't have
answer.
yours. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. Yeah, yeah. Trying to think of any other good ones, but yeah, that was pretty bad. Good,
My,
bad.
my favorite one is the one you get in like a lot of Bible colleges and stuff of God said you're going to be my wife. That's my favorite Christian pickup line I've ever heard. It
Yeah,
doesn't work for me, but
he didn't tell you, but
he didn't tell you. He just told me you're going to be my wife one day.
yeah, I'm not going to be your wife one day.
I'm single, so don't take any of these pickup lines and run with them. They have a 0% success rate so far.
All right. Well, I've got family to get to, and I know you have plans to get to. So we will allow everyone that's still here through this painful podcast to go. But remember, Campus House 7:30 tomorrow night, or if you're watching this on Tuesday tonight, 7:30 Tuesday night. There will be, I would imagine, various kinds of chili and fixins. And if Zach's there, he'll probably be helping lead worship as well. So that's always good. And we'll have some conversations about what God's doing and how to love. What does it mean to really love yourself and others? Self care is one of the most overlooked forms of spiritual discipline because Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart, From it flow the issues of life, or some versions say it is the wellspring of life. I like John Eldridge's interpretation of that. Basically, however you treat your heart is how you're eventually going to treat everyone.
Mm.
And I think that's true when Jesus says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love others as you love yourself. So come have that conversation with us. Help us.
If you don't learn to take care of yourself and love who you are, you end up kind of hurting some other people along the way. So
you do, and
that's important.
you hurt more people than probably we can count. So,
Yep.
all right, looking forward to spending time with you tomorrow, and we'll let everybody go. This is Chris and Jake. What do you say when you sign off on the CB? Do you know what a CB was, Jake?
I used to have a CB.
Okay, so do you know what CB stood for? That might be a really good trivia question.
I actually have no idea what CB. I had a CB in my truck.
There's no requirement to know what it stood for. Citizens Band, BAND. So ham radio operators had to have a license. So I got my ham radio license when I was 11, my amateur radio license when I was 11. I let it expire when I was 21. But you did not have to have a license to be on the citizens band. And so it was a lower frequency that you could only within a short few miles, like truckers and generally other human citizens could use, but it was the band or frequency that they were allowed to use freely without having a license and call letters. So, citizens band, and here this would be another that most people know what my first name is, but I bet nobody knows. Jake, do you know what my call letters were for my very first amateur radio license?
Was it some brand of your initials?
No, had nothing to do with it. They just assigned it to you. And I think you know this. Um, any radio station or any license given east of the Mississippi
W.
starts with a W. Any license given west of the Mississippi starts with a
K.
K. So I lived in Arkansas and Louisiana, and I was KA5 YVZ Kilo Alpha 5 Yankee Victor Zulu. Very strange. My dad was KF5YC, and instead of Kilo Foxtrot, he would because you have to tell your call letters every so often on the radio, even on amateur radio. And so KF5YC was Kentucky Fried 5 Yellow Chicken, but it worked.
Have you ever heard the song Teddy Bear by Red Sovine?
I think I've only heard the Elvis version of Teddy Bear, so I don't think it's Teddy Bear. I just want to be your teddy bear. Yeah, so
No,
I don't know this other I don't know the Red Sovine version.
everyone watching this video, stop watching this video. Go listen to Teddy Bear by Red Sovine. Cry a little bit, then come back, and you can call me and be really angry afterwards. I'm going to send you the song here in a little bit.
All right, sweet. Well, maybe we'll play it tomorrow before we get started eating.
No, that'll kill the vibe instantly.
Okay, we will not play it tomorrow night. All right, love you guys, and we will see y'all Tuesday night.